Weird. That's today's housing market in a word. Weird. Do you feel it? Things are just so weird right now. The market conditions can not only vary by state or city, which we've seen before, but what's really weird right now is sometimes even from one zip code to the other, you're looking at a different housing market. We had a totally unprecedented time both during and immediately following the pandemic. So I suppose it stands to reason that the recovery after it would also be weird and unprecedented. At the very beginning of this year, a lot of experts were predicting a very rough 2023 housing market. According to a recent article from Fortune.com, of the 29 major forecast models, 24 of them predicted a national price decline for 2023. But so far, we haven't really seen it, especially in our local area of Gainesville, Alachua County. Since the beginning of the year, there's actually been a slight uptick in the sale of homes, and many areas have actually seen prices increase. Okay, so what the heck is happening? First of all, interest rates have begun to steady. In November, we peaked at over 7% interest rates, and now we've sort of leveled off into the mid-sixes. And guess what? There's still not enough homes for sale. And there still won't be enough homes for sale for years. It doesn't mean that the housing market is booming and we're not gonna see a correction. It doesn't mean that at all. Some areas nationally have actually seen that correction, or they're still living through it and have actually seen prices decreasing. But in our area, we're seeing prices go up. This map of Florida from Fortune.com is really cool. It shows the seasonally adjusted Zillow Home Value Index from December 2022 to March of 2023. What they've done is they've actually broken down Florida into individual zip codes, not counties, not cities, zip codes. And they've gotten really, really granular in what's happening in our state. You can see the key at the top shows that a more red to orange color is a price decrease, whereas blue is leading to price increases of 5% or so. What's really interesting to see as you look at Florida as a whole is you can see a lot of those coastal and southern areas really were hit super hard, and I think a lot of it has to do with these past hurricane seasons. But take a look at North Central Florida, our area here in Gainesville and Alachua County. And according to the article, among the 926 zip codes tracked by Zillow, 33.7% saw a home price increase between December 2022 and March 2023. The other 66.3% of Florida zip codes saw home price decreases. Granted, we're not talking massive chunks. We're looking at between a 1 to 5% increase or decrease, but it is really interesting to see how this market has gotten so granular that even your particular zip code could be different from your neighbors. Maybe it's because in our area of North Central Florida, we're relatively landlocked and hurricanes don't affect us quite as much. Maybe it's because Gainesville has 2 awesome universities or 3 major hospitals. Maybe it's because our cost of living is below the national average. But the fact that there's such strange differences in how the market is being treated based on just small distances in our state is really strange. The spring market, which tends to be our busiest time of year in this area, has started off a little bit late. I think the weirdness of this market has caused people to be more hesitant, but I can tell you the spring market is here. Properties that are priced well are getting multiple offers, they're getting contracts that are over asking, and they're closing. And the ones that are overpriced and haven't gotten ahead of the market, they're sitting. What's weird is how much can vary from region to region, and the regions are small, but at least for our area, the market seems to be doing well. How are you feeling about the market? It feels overwhelming, it feels kind of weird, but where does that leave you feeling? Do you see it as a great opportunity, or are you still a little freaked out? I would love to hear your comments below on what you're experiencing, especially if you're out of my area, because across the country, everything seems to be vastly different. The one thing that does remain consistent is we do have available data, and the interpretation of that data is what's going to allow you to make the best possible decision. So let me tell you, If you are thinking about making some moves in real estate and you're waiting for prices to crash, I think you're gonna be waiting for a long time. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.